What did we try to tell you, PlayStation fanboys, man? But y'all wouldn't listen.
About
Gamester with another W.
PlayStation, because it's pretty clear that Sony themselves is beginning to freak out because they don't exactly understand.
What is there to understand that you PlayStation fanboys don't actually buy PlayStation 5 games? Is that what you want people to understand, Dreamcast guy? Because to be honest with you, what you PlayStation fanboys don't understand, that Sony is in big trouble right now, and this is what people was trying to tell you. Oh, you just an Xbox fanboy. While you was out here dropping all these Xbox propaganda videos, I guess with this new information that we heard from Hideo Teriyaki, I guess the PlayStation 5 is dead, right?
How to handle
Let's go.
The hype of the PlayStation 5.
It's over.
But let me explain. So,
what hype does the PS5 even have, bro? I mean, you got Until Dawn remake, I think that just came out today. And what's even worse, that Concord is shutting its service on the launch date of Astrobot. Like, I mean, you can't make this up, man. If you guys really have any faith in a PlayStation 6, 7, and 8, then at this point, you people are delusional. Sony can't even fun to put AAA games even on the PS5 platform. How are you going to have a PlayStation 6, 7, and 8 when all that would mean that the cost of the development of these games would be more expensive than what Sony's willing to pay now? It's over. We told you guys. Microsoft has won the console war, man, everybody. They won it with 30 million soldiers out there. PlayStation 5 has 70 million, but it didn't matter because your soldiers weren't worth anything. You weren't supporting PlayStation for the reasons as to why they want you to go out there and buy one. It's over. Let's go. I've been telling y'all this for the past 3 to 4 years, and now I hope you guys actually start listening to me, man.
A very good job of actually growing games. I mean, if you ever played even the
here we go with the PS4 generation, bro. FYI, PlayStation fanboys, the PS4 generation is over. I mean, I see as to why you brought up those games, because Sony's still bringing the same games out, you know? Until Dawn, remastered Uncharted 4, Last of Us Part 2. So I can see as to why you guys are holding on to that pathetic PS4 generation. But guess what? It still pales in comparison to what Sony's doing with the PS5 because you guys, I guess, greatness awaits, right? Is that the motto that they use? Where's the games, man? Because people are getting tired of this.
Last generation of PS4.
Go get yourself an Xbox, man. For all those dudes talking about you don't need no, go get yourself an Xbox right now, man. Your own CEO just told you that we can't fund to do AAA games anymore. I mean, at this point, go get yourself an Xbox. Go enjoy these games through Game Pass Ultimate. You'll be able to play these games first, and there you go. Why would anybody want a PlayStation 5 now, according to these PlayStation fanboys? Let's go.
Now, I'm making a point here. These are games that sold millions and millions of copies. Stuff like Infamous, Uncharted, Gran Turismo. These are series that were made, were crafted, were exploded by Sony, and now they're kind of scratching their own heads.
Woo!
PlayStation has not been putting out many games, but today, officially, the president's...
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that. With all the hate that you guys was throwing towards Nintendo and Xbox gamers, we already knew that. Every time you made an Xbox propaganda video, we knew that you guys was upset that you didn't have any games to play. And if you was an Xbox gamer, guys, that let one of these ponies impact your enjoyment with video games, clearly look who's the stupid one. That's why I try to tell you guys, stop listening to these individuals, man. If you want to watch their content, understand that these people are not credible people in the community. We watch these videos to laugh at you and also fact check as well.
Of PlayStation straight up said, we just don't have enough original ideas.
Woo! It's over. I guess PlayStation 5 is dead, according to Dreamcast guy, right? Because if this was Xbox, y'all wouldn't be talking about this like that, man. Y'all know it's over. Microsoft, Phil Spencer don't know what he's doing at the company. We know what you people would be doing right now, but you're gonna find some way to take this negativity and try to spin it around.
Even continue making big budget stuff.
Woo, it's over. If Sony can't look, this dude is disappointed, bro. Gamester with another W. I won. For all you people that doubted me in this community, man, now you see it for yourself, man. Subscribe to Games' channel, the realness. I know my video quality ain't the best, but when it comes to the truth and awareness in this community, mine is top notch, and you people know this. I've been saying this ever since I had my YouTube channel. People that have been following me know that I've been advocating this for years. Now we got the CEO from Sony themselves, Hideo Teriyaki, telling you that they can't afford to do these big budget games anymore. So I guess where's going to be The Last of Us Part 3? Where's going to be the Uncharted 5? That's why these games have been missing. That's why they've been MIA, missing in action, because Sony just don't want to put the funds into making these games anymore. It is what it is.
Yeah, a lot of PlayStation fans are not pleased about
He's
this.
hurt.
But I want to break it down.
You're hurt, bro. Like, we could clearly tell that it hurt you so much to even have to make this video, because it shows you how wrong you really was.
I want to just talk about the state of PlayStation, because this is bizarre to say the least.
Well, I mean, according to you, I thought PlayStation was dominating, man. I thought PlayStation was fine. How come all these problems are starting to come out as of recently? That just goes to show you that you guys have been hiding this information. You didn't want to tell people that these bad things was going on in Sony, and you wanted to kind of throw things under the rug, pointing and blaming Microsoft for every single wrongdoing that Sony has did to you as a company.
I hope you're having a great day, and if you could, please give this video a like. I feel like this kind of stuff is wild to truly just see it listed out. SOCOM, Resistance, Killzone.
Oh, here we go. Talking about how Sony should revitalize their old franchises. Okay, let's look at this list of games from Big Fry. Sony is sitting on an absolute gold mine of IPs and franchises that are just shelved for no reason. That's not true. You can't sit there and say that these games have been shelved for no reason. All these games have been given the opportunity to succeed on PlayStation's very own system. Bro, do you know how many SOCOM games they made? They made so many SOCOM games. They even got Fire Team Bravo 3 on the PSP. They didn't sell well. Resistance didn't sell well. Killzone did not sell well. Warhawk, I love Warhawk, did not sell well. Sly Cooper did not do well, Jack. None of these games that you mentioned did well, but maybe besides Infamous. Siphon Filter had its heyday, but ever since the PS2 came out, nobody really cares about it. And MotorStorm failed. All these games failed. Like, how do you guys want these games to be revitalized when they failed during their prime? Like, that don't even make sense.
Warhawk, Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, Twisted Metal, Infamous, MotorStorm, Siphon Filter.
And if you notice one thing, he's only talking about PS3 games. Well, SOCOM started on the PS2 and Twisted Metal. Man, you're talking about PS3 games, bro. This is how I know you're a fanboy, because you did not mention not one PlayStation 1 or 2 game like Ape Escape. What about, let's get to the bottom of the barrel. Let's get to all those other classic games that Sony has abandoned. You don't want to touch up on that fact. These are PS3 titles. These games did not work when the PS3 was out. So what makes you think that these games are going to work now?
All forgotten. I mean, even stuff like Bloodborne. I mean, it's crazy.
There's actually a remake coming out of that, guys. There's a remastered version coming out, so there's nothing to be worried about. But that goes back to my original argument. Like Sony said themselves, we don't have any original ideas anymore.
You could literally sit here and just list off 10 out of 10 games.
Nobody's buying these games, bro. Maybe if they go multi-plat, man. I mean, but nobody's gonna. So they didn't even support these games when they was in their prime. Now there's way more competition now. Is Sony going to make Killzone a free-to-play? It's still not going to work, man. That's what you people got to understand, man. What the past is the past, bro. And I enjoyed every single one of these games on here. But guess what? People didn't care about them.
That made the PlayStation successful.
That's not true. That's not true. The games that made PlayStation successful was Uncharted and Last of Us. Okay? Those were the games that made the PS3 successful. Those SOCOM Confrontation did not do well. SOCOM 4 did not do well. Resistance. Let's list through the whole games. Resistance 1 did well for a launch game, but 2 and 3 did not. Killzone 2 did better than Killzone 3, but Killzone 3, from what I heard, only sold less than 1 million copies. Warhawk did not do well. Neither did Starhawk. Sly Cooper, especially on the PS3 versions, did not do well. Jack and Daxter, forget about it. It didn't do so well to the point where Sony didn't even want to bring the game franchise back to the PS3. Twisted Metal, they tried to bring the game back with David Jaffe. It failed. Infamous was also another successful game for the PS3, but not as successful as an Uncharted. Motorstorm flopped. Scythe Unfiltered never even had an opportunity to even get a PlayStation 3 release. These games all flopped.
And now just don't exist. They're not even really referenced. Now, additionally, I have seen some people kind of saying, these are not the kind of games that work today. I was watching Kind of Funny Games Daily. It's like a daily gaming news show they do over on the Kind of Funny channel. And hundreds of people talking about, I bought my first PlayStation to play a bunch of games that were made by Sony.
That's untrue. Because I'm going to tell you something. I had the PS3 when it came out, and most people was playing Call of Duty, bro. The same games that y'all playing now, man. I'm telling you, Sony has always been a third-party device, man. I'm telling you, man. All they've ever played was Call of Duty. That's why Sony pushed for Call of Duty with the PS4, because of how much their audience used to play this game on the PS3. I'm telling you, man, it's over. No matter what you people say, ain't none of these games coming back, and if they do, they're all going to fail. No different than Concord.
I first played Gran Turismo or played the Uncharted games. That's the reason most people bought a PlayStation 3. And those games are just gone. And they're not even replaced with other stuff. I feel like that's the weirdest part of it. It's not that we're getting, different games. It's that we're getting less games. And a big inspiration for this is the fact that I can't help but think about Sean Layden. This guy used to be the head.
Oh, God, here we go. We're going to blame some old CEOs that used to work at the company. Bro, gaming is different, man. You're comparing something like that was a device in 2006 to a device in 2024.
You're shut down after 2 weeks. I see a lot of people still discussing the Concord mess. I've seen a lot of people, specifically my subscribers and stuff. I've gotten literally 5,000 comments, literally, in the last 24 hours.
It's embarrassing, man. I mean, at this point, Sony might as well go multi-plat, man. You guys want Microsoft to go multi-plat? Maybe Sony might want to join them too, fully. Because at the end of the day, man, their games ain't doing well, man. It clearly shows that they need a little bit more help, and maybe the Xbox or Nintendo audience would be able to help with that. I'm telling you, gaming as a gaming company, you have to evolve. It is what it is, man. As much as you people want to live in the past, you have to evolve as a company. People evolve. What makes you think that Sony should have the same mindset of games during the PlayStation 1? These things are not happening anymore, man. You people are living in the past and you're delusional. That's exactly what it is.
It's making me to talk more about my thoughts on the whole Concord mess. Just big games. It's just about fun. It's just about...
No, it's not about fun. It's about making money. Because if it was about fun, then why did they shut Concord down? It's not about fun. It's about making money. And if these projects that they're coming out with aren't making any money, Dreamcast guy, then what do you think is going to happen? They have to shut down the game, the franchise, or the studio. It is what it is, bro. And this is why people try to tell you. We try to explain this to you, but y'all don't want to hear it. It's all about us. It's all about... They don't get paid for your fun. You think, what? What do you people don't understand, man? I want to see a Ninja Gaiden 4, but I understand that game wouldn't sell. That's why Koei Tecmo's like, we got to do a Ninja Gaiden, but we got to do it in the forms of a Souls game, which happens to be Neo. And guess what? That worked. But if they came out with a Ninja Gaiden 4, very similar to the classic, and they improved it, nobody's buying it besides a few handful diehard Ninja Gaiden fans. And you know it.
Entertainment, a lot of these companies, I do think that... they try to figure out the monetization models, how it's going to pay.
Well, you do the same thing by saying Xbox is dead every single video, right? So you want to sit there and talk about how people should monetize. That's what these companies are here for, bro. You think they're going to spend hundreds and millions of dollars for you just to have fun? Come on, man. If that was the case, Concord would still be here.
Itself off.
Come on.
Before they even figure out a story or a gameplay loop or even a game engine. I do see stuff like that. Yeah, the game does suck. Aim your hate at the right people. I keep seeing stuff like that.
See, the problem is, now I do think a Killzone and a SOCOM would have did better, but how much better? You have to ask yourself, how much better would that have actually done? It's not going to take, you got to remember, Killzone, Resistance, none of these games are going to take people away from Call of Duty. They're not going to take games away from Fortnite. It's not going to take gamers away from that. This is why when Microsoft told you, remember I brought this up way before when Phil Spencer brought up the fact that it doesn't matter what we do. It's already sealed in stone. It's already sealed. No matter what Microsoft comes out with, well, they own Call of Duty now, but I'm saying no matter what they come out with, it's never going to overshadow Call of Duty. We live in a different time now, guys. The days of a Halo killer and a Call of Duty killer no longer exist. Gamers are comfortable in playing what they like and continuing to enjoy it. They don't want to expand their horizons. It is what it is, man. And I'm telling you, I'm starting to think that this is the end of PlayStation.
This is tone-deaf executives. I feel like the PlayStation community is coming to a point where they are annoyed by the silence of Sony. Like this.
Well, I thought you guys was annoyed by Xbox.
What lessons does PlayStation need to learn from Concord?
Well, to me, it's over. PlayStation is over. You know why it's over to me, guys? Because you heard it from Hideo Teriyaki himself. He can't afford to put out AAA games. Like, how are you going to push a next-generation console? That probably explains all these remasters and remakes. You know, these same games that these PlayStation ponies keep talking about how their game's running at 60. Didn't I also tell you that Sony's relying on old last-generation games to push this narrative? Because they don't got no next-generation games, man. It is what it is, bro. It's over. I told you.
All of the
GameStop with another W.
Lies are like, give us what we want. Stop copying.
But you don't want it, though. Y'all lying to yourself, man. You PlayStation fanboys are lying to yourself. You didn't support these games when they were in their prime. What makes you think you're going to support these games now? All you PlayStation fanboys do is talk. You talk a good talk, but you don't walk a good walk. You don't play a game the way you're supposed to. This is all you do. All PlayStation ponies do is run their mouth, man. That probably explains as to why their mouth is so big away from their head. Now I see why people call you ponies. Because you probably got the head built like the size of one.
Friends, be original. Concord may have stumbled, but PlayStation has shown they grasp the value of fresh perspective. We don't need 47 lines to try stuff that's different. I truly believe the biggest effect from the failure of Concord is going to be a lot more remasters. Jim Ryan is gone, the old head of PlayStation.
If that's it, bro. If what Dreamcast guy is saying true, trade in your PlayStation 5 right now. Now we see as to why you guys are looking forward to Xbox games. You heard it, bro. The PlayStation 5, people have called it the Remaster Station 5. Now, there's actually some truth merits to it now. It's over, bro. PS5 ain't nothing but a remastered device. It's sickening, bro. PlayStation 5 is by far one of the worst gaming consoles I have ever experienced, man.
Famously, he talked about an over-reliance on remakes and remasters. That's why you keep getting stuff like even this Uncharted collection, or there's rumors about maybe
something that I brought up to people's attention, and yet y'all called me an Xbox fanboy.
Eventually, someday, bringing back something else from software, a Bloodborne remaster would be
which is actually in the works.
Nice, but even the Demon Souls remake and stuff like that, I think we're going to see even more unoriginality because of the Concord flop.
It's not about Concord. It's not even about that. Sony just can't afford to put their money and resources on a game that's not going to do as well as they want it to. I guarantee Sony was going to probably put so much money in that Last of Us multiplayer, but then they said to themselves, we don't think our community is going to support it like that. But hey, maybe if you put the games on Xbox, I know a lot of dudes on Xbox, man. When I used to play on the 360 and the PS3 was $600, people like, man, that Killzone 2 looking fire, man. Xbox dudes like these type of games, man. They kind of do. I know Xbox dudes. They like those Warhawks and SOCOMs, man. Those are the games Xbox dudes like to play. Maybe, like I said, maybe Sony should cater to the Xbox demographic like how Microsoft is catering to you. Maybe Microsoft got exactly what they want. The handoff of games towards each other. But Sony, with their stubbornness, they're gonna go bankrupt if they continue to do this.
And to be honest, I'm not happy about that. I think that does actually suck as a person that does play a ton of PlayStation.
Yeah,
Man,
right. You just said you've been playing PC this whole year. Now all of a sudden you play PlayStation.
Around the bush, Factions 2 got canceled, cemented the fact that games as a service, the initiative, had no real shot, and Jim Ryan's punk ass was definitely fired. I think the PlayStation industry, just AAA gaming in general.
No, don't say triple. No. We already know Nintendo don't do AAAs. We get that, right? But you guys want to say, didn't I tell you guys Microsoft will be the only company that really can do AAAs as a exclusive console manufacturer? Didn't I also? GameStop with another W. And like I said, only Microsoft has the pockets to be able to continue with AAA game development. Even Sony has finally hit their limits in regards to this. So if you're a big blockbuster AAA gamer, go get yourself a PC and an Xbox. There ain't no reason for a PlayStation 5, man. Y'all playing AA indie games for all we know. That's sad. That is pathetic that you bought a next generation game and yet y'all ain't getting no next generation budgets. Pathetic. Oh, it's an industry problem. It's in. What do you mean? And Gears of War is gonna do well. Call of Duty's gonna do well. Diablo's do. What are you talking about? Microsoft seems like every game Microsoft owns is doing well in AAA. Seems like this is a problem for you Sony gamers.
We see a lot of apologies. We see a lot of mistakes. We see a lot of errors in the system, and I feel like the problem is that Sony does not understand Sony.
Oh, now these fanboys think that they can change this multi-billion-dollar. They think that they for some reason, they got a business degree, and they think that if they were running Sony, things would be different. No, they wouldn't.
PlayStation does not remember the good old days of PlayStation.
I'll tell you the good old days of PlayStation. Third party, the end.
But it's hard to say what will get us back to those roots.
And nothing will get revitalized in old games winning. Well, nothing Sony does, man. This is why Microsoft told you it don't matter what we do. We're not competing with no Fortnite, man. We're not. This is what they meant to say, but you ponies took it differently. Oh, they saying that because they can't compete with us. Y'all took it and ran with a fanboy narrative. I told you guys that it doesn't matter. I've said that in videos. People that have been watching my channel adamantly knows that I've stated that in my videos. And all you people wanted to do was push this fanboy agenda amongst Xbox gamers, when to be honest with you, it seems like PlayStation gamers are more in trouble. Like, you guys are the biggest laughing stock in the community, but go ahead. Just keep saying that you got more hardware sales, right? But as you can see from your own CEO, we don't have any original games. We can't afford to do AAA games. Listen to your own CEO for once.
I think the PlayStation 5 is still a good spot to game. I mean, third-party stuff is still good. They're still doing exclusive deals. And so, I mean, wow. I'm not saying the PS5 is suddenly a paperweight, but it definitely sucks to see.
Oh, my God. He compared the PS5 to a paperweight. It's over, guys. Trade in your PS5s.
How much they have fallen.
Whoa.
But these have just been some off-the-cuff thoughts.
Let's go. It's over, man. I told you, I really appreciate for all the supporters that have been following my channel for so long. In regards to that, Dreamcast guy has finally admit defeat. It's over, bro. And if you want real gaming content, you come to Gamesta's channel. We got your back, man. Don't listen to the rest of these fools in this community. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video, man. And like I said, man, if you want the meal of champions, go to McDonald's and get yourself the number 3, or what I call it, the double QPC. That is the meal of champions, man. It is what it is. That's what I get when I go to McDonald's. So I'm giving advice for you guys to go get one too. Join the meal of champions, man. Stop eating these Factor 5 and these garbage meals, okay? Go get yourself a meal of champions, and I'll look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Take care. Peace out.